My clients for this project are very, very big entertainers, and they needed their space to function for large gatherings of people. As it stood, their space had very distinct rooms in terms of a central living room, a satellite dining room, and a sunroom that was not connected to the living room at all. My challenge was to unite these three spaces together to create a very, very large, area that they could entertain as they wanted to. To create an open space that they could entertain in, we had to create the opportunity for flow throughout the spaces. That involved opening up a wall between the living room and the dining room. It involved furnishing it relatively minimally with some large spaces where people could congregate and just stand. And in terms of seating configurations, they tend to be smaller and intimate with the opportunity of flexibility where other pieces can be pulled in to create additional seating if necessary. But the primary goal was to allow for people to move freely throughout the space.
I think that what James did with the opening of the dining room really creates a flow. So let's say we have 40 people. In the past, 40 people would tend to be going towards the solarium just to check out the view. But with the transformation, with the opening of the dining room, the new chandelier, I think the space became almost like a new center. It's almost as if we have a new center and it's not just about the solarium.
So after designing a backdrop story in terms of a functional space where they could entertain, we needed to add the pop to the room. And the clients are very, very active art collectors, and the design of the space was thought out with the idea of showcasing the art collection in mind. A reason for that being that I didn't put any furniture against the walls, knowing that there would be largely paintings taking up that space. And in terms of accenting the room, I drew colors from their current art collection and employed that in the styling objects in the space. And also I drew the colors of the rug from certain paintings that they had in the space and positioned that as a real focal point in the room under the seating area. And that sort of provided the ideal platform on which their current furniture could jump off of. In designing this space with entertaining in mind, the choice of rug was important in the sense that it is a high traffic space, seeing a lot of footwear, and there is absolutely no reason not to do a synthetic rug in a space like this. The last thing you as a host want to worry about at your party is whether your guests are going to spill all over your expensive rug. So to create a successful space for entertaining, my advice would be to create a very open layout where guests can move around freely, concentrate on the flow, and create sort of intimate yet flexible seating arrangements where chairs can be added or removed depending on how many people you have in your group. And also show a lot of your personality in your entertainment space. It may be to highlight your art, it may be to highlight a certain piece of furniture, but let your personality show through.